here you're gonna see I'm right on the flank of the bunker, right? How easy was that? I could literally just go around and take a good flank on this. Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Theban Gamer here, and today we're going to be doing a quick video on how to storm the beaches in Normandy. So let's get into it. Alright, so when you're storming the beaches of Normandy, a quick thing you want to note is basically what avenue of approach you want to take. So if you look here, what I tried to do, look, I do get gunned down here, but what I tried to do is I actually try to flank around instead of going up the middle. Why do you want to do that? Because there's actually a hill on the side you can take cover with, and not only that, but most people aren't even looking that way. So if you look right here, I'm just going to be trying to flank around. Get stuck in the barbed wire a little bit, but that's okay. And you're just going to see, again, this isn't real fire over here. This is just a simulated background. I'm just going to flank around this hill, right? There's plenty of cover, and you can just go right around. So this is basically where most good players go. If you're on a new squad, you're going to see everyone go up the middle. But like if you see, I think in front of me, you're going to see maybe a better squad. So here you're going to see I'm just going to try to silently make my way through. Just check if anyone's there. Maybe take that guy out. Not really, so we're just going to move up. And we're just going to keep moving up the side, right? The main thing we don't want to do is we don't want to attract too much attention. And we just don't want to get into an engagement out in the open, right? So if an MG were there and he's actually looking diligently, he'd probably take care of me pretty quickly. But as you can see, just by going around the flanks, you can just catch him off guard and they're not really looking. So we're just going to go around. You can use that house as fire support too. So if you're part of a good team, you can just go in that house over there, just lay some fire down. You can also use this pit right here, as you can see. Again, what you want to do is lay some fire down just so other teams can move up as well. So if you're playing against two good teams, right, and there's actually people in that pillbox, people that are guarding flanks, then one team can actually just be a fire support team, and while the other team advances in front of them. So that's a really good strategy if you're working with another squad and you're in a good team. So here you're going to see I'm right on the flank of the bunker, right? How easy was that? I could literally just go around and take a good flank on it. So I'm on the flank of the bunker. I'm going to be able to get in pretty easily here. He did close the door on me, so let's see if I can go around. I think that's the only way in, so I'm going to try to go in. And he flamethrowers me, so that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can use my other soldier. Use an MG on him. I think a teammate got him. But look how easy that was to get off the beach. And that's the main thing you want to do, is you want to flank around so you can get off the beach. Again, it's not really realistic, you know, like a Saving Private Ryan type deal, but that's, you know, basically do not want to be facing these pillboxes out in the open, right? It's not going to go well for you. And you're going to see me here just move up, try to throw a nade in there. I think he gets me as well. So the flamethrower, it's really somewhat OP, but we'll go around. And as you see, this team is actually pretty good, because look what he did. He put a spawn point on the side, so that's another thing you want to do. If you can, put a spawn point on the side so you guys can flank, and the whole team can spawn in that flank. Again, the last thing you want to do is keep spawning on that beach over there, because what that's going to do is that's going to give you a really, really tough time in terms of actually getting stuff done, right? It's not going to be good for you. So here, I'm trying to do the same thing, and I'll put a spawn point down here. This should be fine. I'll just get this spawn point going, and then we can move up more. And you'll see that we're not just putting down one spawn point, right? I'm putting down multiple spawn points, and also I'm putting down the spawn point in the bunker. Right, if you put it in the bunker, the good thing about that is basically the enemy won't be able to just shell it and destroy the spawn point easily, right? So here, let me just take this guy out. Couldn't really find him, so let's just move up over here. And we'll move the spawn point closer, just so that teammates can spawn in really close. One bad thing about doing this actually is that because I'm close to fire, sometimes it won't allow people to spawn. Again, if there's a battle going on near your spawn point, it's just going to gray it out and people can't spawn in. So sometimes it's not the best idea to put a spawn point far up, but in this case I just did it just so we can get people in sooner. I just switched to the SMG. The main reason I did that is so I can clear the bunkers out. Oh, that was a good shot for him. We're going to see if we can get him with another friendly. And again, when you get to the bunkers, I do prefer the SMG a lot, because you're probably going to find multiple people camping in there. They're going to be taking advantage of that beach over there. And nice, he gets it. And basically, it's not going to be a good time, right? So what you want to do is when you get these bunkers, if you have a flamethrower, if you have a SMG, right, any close quarters, a machine gun, those are going to be the best weapons to clear these bunkers. Normandy is definitely a map that really favors the defense and not really the offense. So again, if you are on the offense, and if you're the allies, by the way, you will always be on the offense. It doesn't switch to where Axis can somehow storm the beaches of Normandy. And I personally like that, by the way, because that's just a lot more respectful to the history, right? Having Germans storming the beach would be, in my opinion, just so disrespectful in terms of just the Battle of Normandy and how it was fought, right? So I'm pretty glad they did that. But if you are the Allies, you're going to be attacking every time. And just know that if you're getting this beaches map, that you do have to kind of outwit your defender, right? All your defender really has to do to be successful is just sit in a pillbox and just mow people down, right? I've played this map with the Germans many times, and I can easily get 80, 90, 100 kills just sitting in a pillbox and mowing people down on the beach if they don't know any better and they don't have a flank. So again, as you can see, I'm just reiterating what I was doing previously. It is going to be a grind getting up here. We are losing. If you look, we lost about 250 tickets. But again, if we put enough spawn points on the side, we get people to spawn close in, and we can kind of overwhelm them and push them back. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Again, I spawned up right near the bunker, and then we're just going to go try to clear that bunker. Now this is one area of contention too, is that be careful not to hang around these gaps, right? But I do have to go through the gap, unfortunately. But remember, that gap is a choke point, so do not hang around there for a long time. And here, again, as you can see, just came out of the gap and immediately got hit. This area right here is just complete choke point. So again, I'm going to move forward at all costs. I get some of the reinforcements, and I'm just going to hide from the bomb real quick. And again, as you can see, it is pretty hard to get into bunkers because they have a direct line of sight on you. But again, if you can get in there with a submachine gunner, you can basically clear out the whole bunker and just kind of move the battlefield forward. So here you're going to see, again, I'm just putting more explosives downrange. You're trying to match their fire superiority, right? If you fire on them, you just make sure that you're suppressing them, that somebody can get in the bunker. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to move to this trench, take a little bit of cover. And these trenches, as much as they help the defenders, they're actually even better for the offense because you can actually set up firing lines in these trenches. Here, we're not doing such a good job, to be honest, of preparing the reinforcements. If you look, I'm pretty much the only one who's like kind of on target. People I think are trying to rush the bunker too much, but we're just going to spawn back in and just keep going, right? So again, it is a grind, and really in this game mode, it's mentality, right? Don't get frustrated if you keep getting killed, right? Because in this initial landing for Normandy Beach, it is going to be difficult, right? And if you push through, that your team will have a great chance of success, right? If you push through this initial landing, I think that the objectives behind this landing are actually a lot easier to take, because pretty much, although there are some uphill battles here and there, right, pretty much you're going to be somewhat on an even playing field with the Germans. So we see a German tank, which is in good position actually. The reason why is because if you look, unless there's another tank, it's going to be hard to take him out. And not only that, but that tank actually has full view of the entire valley right here. So that tank is in a good position. I'm just going to try to go around. What I'll try to do from here is not necessarily attack, but maybe just snipe them if I get a clear line of sight. And look, again, as you can see, I'm always putting down spawn points. In this case, let me just take some people out. That's tough. Just take some people out. The team is taking a little while to move up, but we're just going to suppress these guys as best we can. And this is another thing you want to do. If you are on the flanks, right, and you've set up your spawn points, and let's say you can't really get in an assaulting position, what do? You want to put down suppressing fire on them from the side, right? Being able to mow them down from this hill is a godsend. It's going to make it easier for other people to move up. You're going to be helping your team tremendously. So here again, as you can see, I'm just putting down a spawn point, and we're gonna move forward just a little bit more. We're just looking for targets. And they do get me, but let's see if I can spawn in again and see what we can do maybe a little bit better. So again, putting on suppressing fire. If you look, that tank is doing his job perfectly, right? He's really going to be hard to hit without another tank, and he's suppressing us pretty well. So again, I'm spawning in to just provide some more flanking fire. I know my role on this team. Pretty much that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to suppress these guys, and if you look at this whole squad shooting at me, I'm basically doing my job. Even if I get 0 kills, just having their fire at me and not the main force is a great thing, right? So here I want to see if I can go up the hill a little bit further, take this little path up there, and we'll see what exactly we could do this scenario. I'm just gonna move up. Gonna keep moving up. Yep, we do have a nice little hill here. And look, another tip just to add to this is to use the overlook spot. So these large hills that dominate the battlefield, right, they're going to give you an advantage in terms of if you fire down an enemy, you can see where they're coming from. Yes, they do make you a little bit more exposed, but you do get such a better view. Like if you look, I can see the entire battlefield and what's going on. Right now I'm just trying to get out of the line of fire. I'm just gonna get in this little area so we can get out of the line of fire. And if you look, I have a direct flank on the battlefield. I can just mow them down at will, and they really can't do much about it. So again, using the hills and using the overwatch positions, and then also just flanking whenever possible, right? If you're taking the main road down, if you look, the Germans, you can just see it from this height. They're all preparing for that main route in, but what I'm doing is I'm flanking around, so see if I can get this guy. The SMG was probably not the best option this high up, but again, we're just gonna mow this guy down, and we're still gonna mow him down. We're gonna be drawing a lot of fire as well. Like, look at how unnerving that is. I know that when I defended on this map, I always hated people on the Overwatch because basically you had to cover your, you have to cover your Overwatch position, and you have to cover the front line. So in this case, let's see if I can get some of these guys. Hold on. And they get me, right? So in this case, I probably should have coordinated better. If you look, there weren't a lot of teammates in the area, but that's okay. So again, like just to recap, right? Using the flanking routes, uber important in Normandy. You have to use those flanking routes to be successful. Setting up overwatch positions, right? So if you have a large hill or somewhere overwatching another position, you can set up an overwatch position and you can really get a full view of the battlefield. Also putting suppressing fire down, right? So sometimes it's not about you attacking, and for the new players that may be hard to kind of comprehend, is that sometimes it's not about you taking the objective, it's about you putting suppressing fire down and eliminating the Germans from the side so that the rest of the team can move up. Providing that flanking fire is going to be important. So those are my tips for the Normandy campaign. I'm sure you guys have plenty of tips that I didn't mention here. These are just the big, broad tips that everyone can know how to get good at this map. If you guys have tips, make sure to put them in the comments below. And for more enlisted content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.